Imagine a financial world where XRP is no longer an underdog, but the very heartbeat of global payments. A world where its price finally reflects its true utility and demand. That future is closer than most people think, and recent developments are pointing us directly toward it. Today, we're going to dig deep into XRP's potential value, the now resolved Ripple versus SEC battle, key insider comments, and why the next phase could completely redefine the market. This isn't just about hype. It's about understanding the mechanics, the partnerships, and the numbers that can take XRP to heights far beyond the usual retail predictions. Hey guys, welcome back to Whiteboard Crypto Update. In today's video, we will talk about XRP future. So be sure to stay focused, as you surely don't want to miss out on this. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell, so you never miss any of our uploads. Please remember, this is not a financial advice video. Let's start with the big headline, the Ripple and SEC case. Many thought this saga was behind us, but fresh statements from high-level figures confirm it's truly over, and the regulatory conversation is shifting. SEC Commissioner Hester Peirce recently stated that the case against Ripple is finished, which frees up the SEC and the industry to focus on building clear crypto regulations instead of wasting energy in courtrooms. This is huge. It's not just legal closure, it's a green light for progress. Paul Atkins, now serving as SEC chairman, echoed Peirce's point, saying that with this chapter closed, the focus can move to drafting a regulatory framework that encourages innovation while protecting investors. Ripple's chief legal officer, Stuart Alderoty, also thanked Atkins for steering the U.S. toward clear, workable crypto rules. The message is consistent across all sides, the fight is over, and the path forward is collaborative. This also signals that Ripple's relationship with regulators is in a far better place than many assumed, something that could have a profound impact on adoption. Now, with the legal cloud lifted, it's time to talk about XRP's future price, and this conversation can't be reduced to a single scenario. There are multiple moving pieces here: demand from stablecoins, the possibility of XRP capturing a significant chunk of Swift's volume, the impact of liquidity crises, and even pre-negotiated price considerations with institutions. These factors combine to create a picture far more complex than the usual cycle-top predictions you hear online. To understand the vision behind XRP, we need to go back to its origins. On May 27, 2011, co-founder Jed McCaleb wrote about creating a better version of Bitcoin, one that didn't waste energy on mining. His forum post made it clear. The goal was to build a faster, more efficient, scalable digital asset without the energy drain of proof-of-work systems. That concept became XRP, a system designed for speed, cost efficiency, and utility, not just speculation. Fast forward to today, and we have clear statements from Ripple's leadership that XRP cannot remain dirt cheap if it is to serve its intended role in high-value transactions. Negotiations with over 1,700 institutions, as revealed years ago in court documents, have almost certainly included discussions about price stability and liquidity. For billions in cross-border transactions to happen daily without volatility issues, XRP needs a higher base value. Brad Garlinhouse himself has suggested Ripple could capture 14% of Swift's global payment flows in the coming years. That's an enormous amount of volume flowing through the XRP ledger. Cross-border payments alone represent tens of trillions of dollars annually. But that's just one piece. The rise of stablecoins, the tokenization of real-world assets, RWAs, and the integration of XRP into these systems could bring unprecedented liquidity to the network. Graham Rodford, CEO of Archax, the UK's first regulated RWA exchange, has said that by Q4 of 2025, we could see $30–50 trillion moving across the XRPL. Whether or not the timeline is exact, the direction is undeniable. Massive institutional value is heading toward this ecosystem. This is why it's essential to separate short-term retail-driven price moves from the long-term utility-driven valuation. Retail traders might be able to push XRP to $5 or $10, but the truly transformative numbers, the ones that make headlines for decades, will come when institutional utility takes over. The idea that the top of the cycle is $20, $30 and then it collapses back to $5 ignores the fundamental shift that regulation and adoption will bring. As regulations solidify in the US and other major economies, XRP's use case will expand dramatically. Stablecoins, RWAs, and global payment rails are not experimental anymore. They're being built right now, with XRP positioned in the center of it all. This isn't just about the price going up. It's about a digital asset becoming a permanent part of the financial system. Of course, there are still unknowns. Liquidity crises, geopolitical events, and technological breakthroughs could accelerate or slow the timeline. But what we do know is that institutions are not experimenting for fun. They are building for scale. NDAs, partnerships, and behind-the-scenes negotiations are all pointing to the same conclusion. XRP's role is about to expand in a way that retail alone could never achieve. So, what does this mean for investors and holders? If your plan is to take profits at 20 or 30, that's your choice. But understanding the bigger picture might lead you to see those levels as just early milestones rather than final destinations. XRP was designed from day one to move massive value efficiently, and now that the legal roadblocks are gone, it's in a position to finally fulfill that mission. This is only part one of the discussion because breaking down the potential future value of XRP requires a closer look at real numbers, liquidity requirements, and global adoption patterns. The next stage is understanding how these factors could converge to create a valuation that makes today's price look like pocket change. The bottom line is simple. The combination of legal clarity, institutional partnerships, growing use cases, and the sheer scale of potential demand means XRP's future value is likely to be driven by utility, not just market cycles. That's why dismissing high-value scenarios as unrealistic could be a serious mistake. Well, guys, that's all we have for you today. What are your thoughts on XRP? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thank you.